Before we begin, we are going to locate the reservoirs and bleed valves. Most sport bikes will have 2 calipers up front and 1 in the rear. You will need the following tools: a ratchet with an 8mm socket attachment, an 8mm box end wrench, a pump, a Phillips head screwdriver, and you will need the appropriate brake fluid. For this bike we will be using .4. First, remove the rubber cap from the bleed valve. Then, using the ratchet with an 8mm socket attachment, open the valve. After opening it, snug it down gently. Since this reservoir is obscured, we are going to remove this Phillips head bolt so we can take the lid off. Put the tube into your reservoir and pump out the old brake fluid. After pumping out the fluid, wipe the inside of the container. Use a shop towel so you don't leave any debris behind. And remember, use the appropriate brake fluid. This information is either in your owner's manual or printed on the brake fluid reservoir cap. Place the box end wrench on the bleed valve. Attach the pump and then pull the trigger on your pump a few times to create a vacuum. First, you will pump the brake and then hold it in the depressed position. While you are holding the brake, crack open the bleed valve by turning the box end wrench anti-clockwise. The brake will lower. When the brake pedal no longer lowers, close the bleed valve while holding it down. After the valve is closed, release the brake and repeat. After you have successfully flushed the brakes, add more fluid and repeat the bleed process until your brakes are firm. When the brakes are firm, fill your reservoir to the upper line and seal the lid tightly. Be sure to attach your reservoir back to your bike. The bleeding process is quite simple. Unfortunately, as I am doing this alone, I could not film the process in action. After you finish bleeding your brakes, take your bike for a quick test ride. If the brakes are spongy, repeat the process until they are firm.